At 600 Dexter Avenue, Montgomery, Alabama, there stands a building that has history embedded to every single brick. This building is the state capitol building. Before the capitol was built, though, it was moved around 5 times. This first site was the site of St. Stephen's, then Huntsville, then Cahaba, Tuscaloosa, and then finally Montgomery. A man named Andrew Dexter had purchased a land in anticipation for the building of the capitol. The land was well known as Goat Hill because it was used as a pasture land. Despite attempts to rename the hill with a more dignified name such as Capitol Hill, or interestingly enough, Lafayette Hill, in honor of the general's visit to Montgomery in 1825, the name Goat Hill remained. On December 14, 1849, just 2 years and 9 days after completion, the Capitol building burned down. The new building that is still standing today was completed in 1851. The Capitol's strange history does not end there. Ever since its construction, it has been the center of historical high points in Alabama. When Alabama followed her sister state's lead and seceded from the Union, it was on the portico of the Capitol building that Jefferson Davis delivered his inaugural address as the President of the Confederate States. A bronze star marks the place he stood on that February day in 1861. The entire nation paid attention to a tiny church just a block from the Capitol in 1954. The minister of that church, now called Dexter Avenue King Memorial Baptist Church, was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who served from 1954 to 1960. The Capitol is also where Governor John Patterson raised the Confederate battle flag to show war between the states. In 1912, a blood-curdling event happened on Halloween night. A murder took place in the Capitol building. Will Oakley and P.A. Woods were feuding over a piece of property. Woods and J.G. Oakley, Will Oakley's half-uncle, were at the Capitol to give disposition on the case. After the disposition, Will approached his stepfather and warned Woods that he better not leave the building without a bodyguard. Will was wearing a pistol that was in plain sight, so Wood was understandably shaken. Later that day, Will and Woods were alone in the room, and Will offered his stepfather a pistol. He insisted that Wood fight a duel with him. When his stepfather refused, Will shot him 4 times anyways. Some say that Will left immediately to turn himself in. Others say that he got away with it. With such a rich history, it is not surprised that the Capitol is haunted. The most familiar sightings involve a woman in silverware clothing, specifically one beautiful blonde. In addition, the faucets in the governor's reception area bathroom are reported to turn on suddenly on their own. There are some stories that claim it is the ghost of Will Oakley trying to wash his hands of the murder of his stepfather.